Good morning, I'm Nivareti Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Thursday, 28th of March. In this update, disruptive behaviour in schools is a growing problem for New Zealand. It's been a persistent issue, with New Zealand ranked among the worst in the OECD for the last 20 years. New research from the Education Review Office has found the behaviour of Kiwi students has become worse in the past 2 years. Education Hub founder Nina Hood told Mike Hosking there's growing evidence showing COVID has had an effect.
Because they didn't get that chance to be engaging in the school context, to socialise with other children, for some of those children they are behind in behavioural skills, and schools are having to work harder and do more.
A suggestion the government's cuts to the public sector could make the economic situation worse ahead of the budget. The Finance Minister has delivered the budget policy statement, highlighting a worsening fiscal environment but still promising tax cuts this July. CTU economist Craig Rennie says the advice provided by Treasury doesn't include any government decisions made since the election. He says as a result, the already signalled cuts to spending and jobs are likely to make government expenditure lower in the short term.
Which may well then translate into a slightly softer economy and less demand in the economy. That's likely to mean higher unemployment and a slightly worse forecast by the time we get to budget in May.
A man will appear in court today in a first-of-its-kind case. A 49-year-old man's been charged with having a gun that wasn't accounted for in the new firearms registry. He'll appear in the Manukau District Court today on 6 charges of unlawful possession of ammunition. Police allege he made purchases on behalf of associates involved in the cannabis trade after an unregistered shotgun was located at his address. Hustle and bustle this long weekend as Air New Zealand gears up for an influx of Easter travellers. The holiday's starting early with 54,000 passengers hopping on board flights today, let alone the thousands of others on the roads. And some of those heading north from Auckland will be pleased. State Highway 1 over the Brindewin Hills has temporarily reopened over Easter. It shuts again from Wednesday through until mid-May. NZTA Director of Regional Relationships Steve Mutton says that while they know there's interest in this work, they're reminding people they can't stop on the highway.
People can expect to see some safety measures in place near areas where crews have been working, so we ask all road users to allow extra time for the journey.
Keep those blankets close at hand this Easter as it's looking to be a cool one. Cold air is streaming up the country from the south, bringing chilly temperatures overnight and across Good Friday. Rain is set to lash much of the North Island as a low-pressure system forms east of Aotearoa. Met Service meteorologist John Law says it's going to be a bit of a split across the country. And in sport, any decision from New Zealand cricket to abandon a test with Afghanistan in September due to deteriorating human rights for women and girls in the Taliban-ruled country is likely to go unpunished by the ICC governing body. Novak Djokovic has split from coach Goran Ivanisevic, who has been part of his team in some capacity since 2018. Rowers, and particularly coxswains, taking part in Sunday morning's boat race between the Oxford and Cambridge universities have been advised not to enter the Thames River after high levels of E. coli were found. I'm Nivareti Manu. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.